Hello, everyone! The third part of 33rd episode of Skibidi Invasion by Spidarrund just came out, and today I'll tell you everything that happened in this crazy episode. And I'm not only going to fully analyze this episode, but I will also find all the secrets and Easter eggs that you could have missed on your own while watching it. And I'm sure that you'll like this, because in this episode you'll see some insanely epic action scenes involving your favorite characters. But you'll also learn something mind-blowing about the plot of this series. Who were these humans trapped in the vials with blue liquid? And what are they there for? What crazy experiments did the Skibidi plan on humans? And most importantly, what role will G-Man and Skibidi scientists play in this multiverse? So in this video, you'll find an answer to all these questions. Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the best part for later as always. Let's go! And as this is the third part of episode 33 already, let me quickly remind you of what happened in the second part that came out pretty long time ago, so that you wouldn't get too confused. So the previous part of episode 33 started with a heated battle between the Alliance's agents and Skibidi toilets in the hangar, and this scene really looked like the 75th episode of Boom's original series. Although in Skibidi Invasion by Spidarrund, unlike the original Skibidi toilets or the Skibidi zombie universe by Monster Up, the Alliance does not intend to ally with Skibidi toilets, so they keep fighting with them, as well as with the new threats that came from outer space. And within the first few seconds, several Alliance agents got annihilated by smaller Skibidi toilets wielding powerful lasers. The POV even falls to the ground from the impact, and then a fellow speakerman tries to help him but gets instantly destroyed instead. And we also see Simp Cameraman, who is seemingly alive and well in the Skibidi Invasion universe, although his tie color differs from the character of Boom's original series. Despite this, he can still be referred to as Simp Cameraman, especially given his special interactions with TV Woman in this episode. He fights alongside the best Alliance agents, and it seems like he tries to impress TV Woman with it, but she has another attitude towards him. For example, in one scene, he almost gets destroyed as TV Woman throws him straight into the crowd of enemies, although she was supposed to teleport him somewhere to safety. Then Speakerwoman appears, who is totally unstoppable, and after that a bunch of Skibidi mutants flood the scene. So Simp Cameraman, who was almost betrayed by his beloved TV Woman once again, then is finally getting saved by another cameraman, while the final Skibidi is eliminated by Speakerwoman. Camerawoman then joins the fight, and after that a large, terrifying Skibidi commander Spider appears and destroys the survived agents, including the cameraman who saved Simp Cameraman. Despite heavy damage to their team, the agents manage to injure the commander severely, who then gets destroyed by the rest of the squad. And the second part of the episode ended on TV Woman and the rest of the survivors getting ready to enter the new room in that base they arrived in. Okay, so now when your memory is refreshed and you're all set and ready, the third part of episode 33, called Cosmic Clash, is already on your screens. But before I'll dive into actual analysis, let me remind you to give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel if you like the content I'm making, because I really appreciate your support. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's get back to the episode. So the episode starts with Camera Woman, who is our POV now, and we see how TV Woman opens the door to the new room where she gets welcomed by these Skibidi toilets. And then we see an incredibly epic scene from the Camera Woman's POV, where she basically turns those poor Skibidi toilets into fodder for groundworms. And I couldn't help but remember the first part of Boom's original episode 73 at that moment, where we also witnessed the cool battling sequence from this character. And the way she hit this guy with the sunglasses while using her legs was also definitely inspired by that episode from Boom, but also this scene where the whole infiltration squad was fighting the regular Skibidi guards in the long hall reminded me of episode 74, where the elite TV man was clearing the way for his squad in the very similar way, and he also used his jetpack a lot. Plus, let's not forget that the new design of TV Woman in Skibidi Wars was basically inspired by the appearance of elite TV man, who we could also see in episode 74, especially her purple blades that she also uses to cut Skibidi's flash off. And speaking of Skibidi toilets, the way the whole squad eliminates them in this scene looked pretty damn brutal. I guess it's some kind of revenge for the agents that this squad lost in the previous part of the episode. And by the way, I found it really cute how TV Woman helped Computer Woman get up on her feet with the sassy look on her face. Especially if we'll forget how TV Woman almost gets Simp destroyed in the previous episode, though. And then I got also stunned by how epically my girl speakerwoman was dealing with all those enemies while using her katana. And man, she was definitely giving me an impression like she came from some sort of anime or something like that. And then we see how other agents also come onto the stage and their coats are really looking cool in this scene. It seems to me that these guys definitely watched Blade movie trilogy before getting their drip done for today's episode. So this opening scene gave me the clear impression that all these Skibidi stood no chance against our angered agents. And with this kind of mood, we're getting to the next scene. And after TV Woman opens the door, we see, something totally unexpected. Is this really the Skibidi base, or some sort of gym for cool bros? And once again, this scene was definitely inspired by Boom's 74th episode, where elite TV man stumbled upon the group of infected humans who were also doing some sort of physical exercises while listening to some really weird music in the background. So TV Woman decides not to interrupt these gym bros' activity and just breaks the opening system for this room, which resulted in trapping these weirdos inside. And to seal everything even better, Speaker Woman also uses her remote controller in order to close one more door between the agents and gym bros. So instead, all of them move into another room, which seems to be the testing room or something like this. And it's pretty crazy. We can see multiple transparent containers where humanoid test subjects were placed into. And it seems like TV Woman really appreciated their physique here. And the first thing I thought about instantly in that moment was Resident Evil game series as well, especially the third game where the main character also stumbled upon the laboratory with different glass containers with the infected zombie titans inside. So the first idea that came into my mind was how these humans must be the subjects chosen to stage some wild experiments on. But then I've got an even crazier theory. What if those humans in the glass containers were actually the people who turned to be skibiditoilets? Or to be more precise, they sent their minds into the new skibiditoilets' bodies. If I can call them such, of course. And what proves this theory is the fact that after these humans got out of their containers, they started attacking the agents right away. Because in case they were just ordinary victims of skibiditoilets, they would be confused or scared, and they aren't any of that. Okay, but then we're getting an even better reveal. So after Camera Woman looks at multiple pieces of evidence on the table in the testing room, she sees the picture, which is, of course, referencing the second part of Boom's original episode 70. And in that picture, she sees G-Man, Skibidi Scientist, and ASTRO Detainer all together. And it seems to me that all of them are actually somewhat connected one with another. And it's also possible that G-Man and Skibidi Scientist were actually in the cooperation with ASTRO Toilets all this time. Okay, but then some Skibidi appears out of nowhere and traps our squad inside this room, while also releasing the humans from their containers. And do you remember how I mentioned that TV Woman almost had a crush on this dude? Well, it's too bad for her because she has to destroy him literally, a second after which is just hilarious to me. And in general, all these Rammstein group members didn't last very long against us despite their intimidating appearance. But I found it really weird how Speaker Woman didn't use any of her speaker's abilities when she got pushed back by one of these humans. But unfortunately, we lost this cool speakerman with the bet in this fight. And once again, I was really surprised that he didn't use his speaker wave ability to push away his enemy. And one human also almost destroyed Simp Cameraman, but thankfully the bud got lucky once again. And then we can see how this speakerman heroically defended the rest of his squad from missiles. And of course, he had no chances to survive. But he still chose to go as a hero anyway. Press F for this blood, guys. And then Simp Cameraman saves Camera Woman by pulling her away from this tragic scene, and then we're getting transported to another part of Skibidi Lab. And in this room we can see some strange yellow orb that seems to have its own consciousness or something like this, and it's even capable of protecting itself with the shield. But it still doesn't stop Camera Woman from destroying it with the special equipment given to her by TV Woman. And then the orb addresses us with the words, "Wait, you don't know what you're doing, now drop it." And Camera Woman drops this kit for real, but not on the ground, but right into the orb. And before we'll see some huge explosion, Camera Woman flees away together with her survived friends while TV Woman just teleports away. So by the end of the episode, the remained members of our squad gathered near the door. And man, the fact that these guys survived through so many things says a lot about their skills. And then Blue Titan also appears while destroying the Skibidi with the rocket launcher. And I think that the next episode may start with some cool action scene, including this guy. But for now, he is here to help our agents escape. So he literally transforms himself into a ship so that the agents could use him as a saving pod. So all 5 of our survived agents managed to escape. And the episode ends with camerawoman showing her iconic double thumbs up to smiling TV woman. What a wholesome ending. But I'm still pretty sad about the destruction of two speakerman agents who literally gave their lives to protect the rest of their team as the true Chads. And that was all for today. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you will not miss my new videos, and also to my Discord where you can contact me directly and get lots of info for my subscribers only. And that was me. ISO Toilet. See ya!